Welcome to St. Lawrence County Industrial Development Agency's Local Development Corporation meeting of December 18th, 2024. Call to order, please.
Mr. Blevins.
Here.
Mr. Hall.
Here.
Mr. LeBac.
Here.
Mr. McMahon.
Here.
Mr. Morrow.
Here.
Mr. Reagan.
Here.
Mr. Staples. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Public notice is sent out December 10th, 2024. Is there any public comment? Hearing none, we'll move on to the approval of the minutes of October 31, 2024. Moved and seconded. Any discussion of the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor of approval, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
The minutes are approved. Financial report for September and October 2024 is in your packet. We would take it explanation, Mr. Kelly, if you're ready to give us one.
Again, similar to the IDA, a couple of fairly typical months. We have some gains on investments from the LPL sweeps that we've talked about in our IDA governance meeting. Some typical general operating expenses, nothing out of the ordinary either month.
Have we heard anything about Kim's father?
No.
Okay. We scheduled for serious surgery this morning.
Okay, a motion to accept the financial report for September and October 2024.
No move. Second.
All in favor of accepting the financial report, say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Financial report has been accepted. Committee reports. The governance committee met. Mr. LeBac, Mr. Hall, and myself. We have listed, and it should be noted this time that these board members are the same board members from the last meeting. The conflict of interest policy, procurement policy, investment policy have no change other than procurement policy as its limits raised due to inflation. And harassment prevention policy had some minor wording changes, which we recommend. The assessment of effectiveness and internal control policy included LPL investments, which is a new investment for us as a group. The motion to accept the committee report from the governance committee.
I make a motion, we vote on the end review of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like we did in the previous meeting. We vote on all of them at once.
Consent, yep. Anybody else second that?
Second.
All in favor of the 5 resolutions, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and the first 5 resolutions on our agenda are approved.
We need to show that Hall abstained from that because he had to leave the room.
Yeah.
Sure, it'll say that he left at whatever.
Yes, we have 1 person out of the room, but we still have a quorum. A staff report, Patrick?
There is none.
No staff report, no old business. Under new business, we have a resolution authorizing a loan in the amount of up to $225,000 to St. Lawrence Suds. And we'll entertain a motion for that.
We'll move. Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
So this is a loan for St. Lawrence Suds LLC, DBA Bent Beam Brewing. They are the company constructing the brewing facility on 41 West Main Street. We have a current loan with them that we made a year or so ago that they've been paying as agreed. They have received funding from Restore New York. We are working with a number of our lending partners on assisting with bridge financing for that award, as well as permanent financing. This loan contemplates $225,000, of which 112 will be converted to permanent financing, meaning 112 will be paid back when they receive the Restore funding. There'd be a 1 year of interest only during construction, and then we'll file a mortgage simultaneously with the other lenders, partnering with the Development Authority of the North Country through a couple regional programs. Once the bank closes on its financing, there'll be a first mortgage will be a second. In the interim, it'll be secured with the personal guarantees of the investors that are listed here.
The fact that any of us know some of these people we're not related, we don't have business interests with them, it shouldn't preclude us.
Correct. Yep, awareness. I mean, partly why people like you are appointed to the board is because you're out and aware and you know people, but if you're an investor or a vendor or have an interest or a relative, that's a different matter.
Let's clarify.
So how much are we loaning and how much will we end up loaning?
We currently have about $30,000 outstanding. We are lending 225. The permanent amount will be roughly half of that.
115,
112.5.
112.5. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any further discussion?
Did I resonate with you earlier? Huh?
It's the same one. He's back.
He's back.
But he's drinking beer now, so it's okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about,
Yes,
right?
What do we need to do with this?
I think.
Hearing no discussion that pertinent, all in favor of approving the resolution as written, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The resolution is approved. We're moving on to a resolution authorizing a loan in the amount of up to $40,000 to Lakeside Haven Cottages.
They located.
Black Lake, out past Edwardsville.
And we want to bring that to the floor.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
This is
Okay,
a,
discussion?
so we're working with a potential business operator from down around the Binghamton area who is acquiring its Camp Carroll's now and they're working with Community Bank. They're going to be the primary lender. We're going to help with some working capital. We'll secure it with a second mortgage. I think everybody knows tourism is a key industry in St. Lawrence County, certainly in Black Lake. This is one of those opportunities we have to work in a different part of the county where we don't always have a lot of project activity. And we recommend approval with this one as well.
Any further discussion? All in favor of approving the resolution, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Resolution is approved. Moving on to the next resolution, authorizing modification of a loan of up to $110,000 to Northeast Sign Corporation. Again, we need to bring that to the floor.
I'll make a motion to bring it to the floor.
Second.
Patrick, any further discussion on this?
So Northeastern Sign, you made a loan to about a year ago. They have been paying. We're in the process of working with them. They have a small part of the business known as Mike's Trophies. There are 2 jobs associated with Mike's Trophies that are going to be part of a separate entity because an employee who works there now is buying that portion of the business from Northeastern Sign. Our recommendation is to modify the approval to be 6 full-time equivalent jobs retained and 2 to be created.
This is a modification of an existing loan, correct?
Correct. Yeah, so as we report the numbers, rather than reporting 8 and plus 2, we'll report 6 plus 2. The other 2 jobs are not going away. They're just going with this new entity, but I think it is a simpler and cleaner process to just look at the loan with the company that we're currently engaged with as opposed to try to encumber a separate entity when I think we would have made the loan had it been 6 plus 2 in the first place.
Thank you. Hearing no further discussion, all in favor of approving the resolution, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Resolution is passed. And lastly, we have an authorization for a loan in the amount of up to $75,000 to Thompson Diesel Works LLC.
No move.
And a second.
Second.
All right, it's on the floor. Discussion, please.
So this is a loan to a business in Waddington that does mobile diesel repair. They do a lot of work in the agricultural sector, on-farm repair of diesel equipment. I suspect this is one we will probably bring through the River Valley Fund. to see if they are interested in we're approving the loan now. When the River Valley Agency next meets, we will, if this is something they want to do through their fund. It's a 7-year loan up to $75,000. We'll have a second lien position on machinery and equipment, furniture, fixtures, inventory, accounts receivable, and general intangibles behind Farm Credit East. The project envisions the retention of 4 full-time equivalent jobs and the creation of 1.5 jobs in Waddington over the next 3 years.
Any further discussion? All in favor of approving the resolution, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Resolution's approved. We have a need for an executive session.
There is not.
Move to adjourn.
We are adjourned from the meeting.